Have you got a Loch Ness Monster joke?
I haven't got... Oh, we should have a Loch Ness. Should I Google one quickly? Let's all Google a Loch Ness Monster joke.
Then we'll all do one. We'll see who gets the best laugh.
Great shout. Fuck. Oh my goodness. Alright, well I've got one. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Action.
I was doing the rock paper scissors. I thought that's what we were playing. Didn't like that joke. Okay, alright, didn't like that joke. Move on with it, it's fine.
Oh wait, I forgot my joke. What does my dick and the Loch Ness Monster have in common?
Why have you got... Okay.
They're both imaginary mythical creatures that have never been seen.
They're big, they're hairy, and no one can validate either.
Okay, very good.
There we go.
Dan, moving on.
Dan's just upset I said his joke.
Oh, it's just not my joke at all. Okay, what happened to the man who tried to cross the Loch Ness Monster with a goat? He had to get a new goat. That's the best I could do on short notice.
You found yours before us.
Because the Loch Ness Monster...
You stopped researching.
Yeah, I stopped and I thought there's no good ones.
We carried on
I
researching.
couldn't find any good ones, so I just stopped at that and I moved on. But it made me laugh, and I'm a little bit... I thought it would make you laugh.
As long as it made you laugh. Go on.
What mythical creature never tidied his room?
The Loch Ness Monster.
Yes, Ricky, well done. You obviously went on the same joke page.
No, I didn't. That was just a very obvious joke.
It's a very, very...
Yeah, it's a very, very obvious joke.
Well, skip past 2 about penises. So...
Well, and I appreciate that, actually, because we're trying to do a professional podcast here.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks really cool.
Great, that neon sign looks so cool.
Is that a studio space for us?
It is. All of that for us. For us.
Wow.
Welcome to this week's episode of Two and a Half Friends.
On tour.
On tour, mate. Guess where we are?
Can I guess?
Guess. Well, you're here, so
okay.
Pointless. But this week's episode is sponsored by the Highland Club. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you so much.
They put us up in some of their... I'd say their most beautiful rooms, but I think they're all going to be incredible rooms, aren't they?
Yeah, we haven't... We've had 3.
We've had 3 different rooms.
And all of them have been equally as stunning.
Amazing.
But different and quirky.
Yeah.
Highland Club is... I mean, it's just... Well, first of all, it's incredible, but it's right on the loch. We went for a little dip, a little skinny dip in the loch, didn't we?
Yeah, we could walk less than 2 minutes that way and be in the loch.
Also, nothing we do is skinny, so it wasn't a skinny dip. I thought you was going to make the joke, because you normally... We took a dip in the loch.
An obese dip.
We did, yeah. People were taking photos of us, but they thought we was the Loch Ness Monsters.
No, well, they've mated. There's more of them. They're
There's
breeding.
more of them. So we're here. We're up. We had a road trip up to Scotland and
Survived.
we've survived each other's company.
Just.
So
It
far.
is just thin.
We're on thin ground.
They've set us
not
they
over
put us in
yet.
separate apartments tonight.
Yeah.
Just to give us a breathing space.
They got my anonymous text.
But they've got sauna. We've had sauna, steam room, swimming.
Yeah.
We played some tennis.
Ping
we've done
pong.
some sports, ping pong,
Chess.
snooker. Who's the champion at snooker so far?
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well, no.
Oh, you meant
between us.
Sorry, I thought you meant in real
I
life.
think because he hasn't won anything, because I won the first night of snooker.
Okay.
Don't talk about it by default. I won the first night of snooker,
I
and
was
that's
40 points clear and decided I'd had enough, so
okay.
I walked out.
So you forfeited, so I was the winner, and you came second, didn't you?
I don't remember any of this. It's all been a bit of a haze.
And then ping pong. Ping pong.
Yeah, me again.
Steve won that again.
I won at getting into the lock first.
No, you won at
Getting into the lock first.
the vending machine. He was really good at that one. He couldn't get his money in quick enough.
There actually isn't a vending machine here. It's one of the only facilities that I've put on a little note.
Stock.
That's it. That's it.
To refill it.
No, it's been lovely. We've had loads of authentic Scottish food. We've had pizza, Chinese.
We have had haggis and iron brew.
Yeah.
Well, don't go in all bold saying we have had haggis.
We have had haggis.
You had a pea-sized piece of haggis that you tried on a fork and went, like a child and went, well, I don't like it.
Yeah, but I didn't like it. I tried it and I didn't like it. Also, tatty, what have you called them? Tatty scones?
Tatty scones, which are actually...
Potato scones.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they are unbelievable.
Which they didn't share that with me.
No.
No.
Ricky's going to make some, I think, for the next pod. Did you say?
What, he hasn't even made a
Bring
tea.
some in?
He's not going to make it.
Because you won't take his...
Thank you.
Oh, I
I'm
thought
glad. I'm glad you corrected that. Because of
He would
you're
make
like,
tea, but
oh,
you said his tea's disgusting. And
Exactly.
You never want a cup of tea ever again from
Exactly.
him. So that's why he's
Hasn't.
made
When
it.
was the last time you've had a Ricky cup
I
of
don't think
tea?
you've ever made one. That's the problem. So you're out now. You're at the tea making.
I made them all the time when we used to work together,
I don't remember even.
working
I'll
a hard
put it
day in your
all
life.
So, yeah, the Highland Club.
I think I'm going to try to bring Vicky here, although I will have to fly because she gets very, very car.
I was going to say, would you do a road trip? That's what I was going to ask.
No, she gets very, very car sick.
Right.
And I just generally get like sick of her. So 15 hours in the car, I don't think I'd be able to. Yeah. So just a little fun fact: if you do suffer with car sickness, just get some lollies. And if you have the lollies, whilst you're driving, you don't get car sick.
I'm going to cut that. That's the most boring thing you've ever said. And
Also,
also,
I said,
offered us.
I was in a car and said I get car sick, and he never gave me that information.
He's not giving you that fact. No, it's because you can't have a serious conversation with him. Unless there's a joke, he's not interested in it.
I tried to just have a serious conversation there, and you said, "Oh, that was boring." So why would I ever want
I was
to?
in a car with you saying I get car sick. You never once said to me, "Just have a lolly."
Yeah, because you were too busy stuffing your face with squashes and prime.
That's fair. We were.
Couldn't get anything else in there.
Couple of things. First of all, the most important thing. We've got the live stream in the background that Ricky's found.
Yep, just set up a camera this morning so you guys could have it live.
We haven't done that. You can just go on YouTube, I think, or other platforms are available, but just type.
No, this one's actually just on YouTube.
It is YouTube, this one. So that's a live stream of. So if you see it in the background, because Nessie could come up at any point. We went for a swim and didn't see her. We also went on an incredible boat trip.
And did see her.
Okay, we're talking about penises.
No, we wasn't.
Had my first ever in England.
Oh, what a segue.
Thai massage.
Oh, okay.
And we do need to get into this. We'll come back to the Scotland stuff, but this has been on my mind. I haven't told you guys this story yet because I've been saving it for the podcast. And I don't know if I'm traumatised or turned on.
Is that because it was a man that gave you it? Or?
Oh, listen, let me get into it. And okay, so the day that we were coming to Scotland, I knew it was going to be a 12 to 15 hour road trip in a car. And so I took Harper out, spent the morning with Harper, and I twisted my back getting her out of the car. And I was in a really, like, my shoulder blade and all down my back. I couldn't even like pick her up. I was in a really bad way. Okay. I just wanted to see how long you would stare at me for then. That was weird. So anyway, I was then panicking. I couldn't do anything until pretty much the evening, and we were leaving that evening at like 10 o'clock, and I couldn't really do anything because I had Harper. I was spending my last, and I thought, well, I'd rather spend my time with Harper than, and I'd just be in pain. That's fine. But then when we got home and I dropped Harper off, I thought I need to try and get a massage from somewhere. I need to try and get something done to my back because I was in a bad way.
Yeah.
So what I did, I went on. There was a place close to where I live in Whitstable, and I went in, and they said, no, we're fully booked. It's too short notice. Fair enough. So I just went on Google and I found one, and it was a Thai name. I didn't do any research on it because I was in the car, and I just typed massage, and I phoned it and I said, I really need a massage. I've hurt my back. Have you got any availability today?
They've got lots of pressure and tension that needs to be alleviated.
Yes. So she said, yeah, I'm not going to do the voice, but it was Thai. She was in Thai.
What's the Thai voice sound like?
What? No, don't worry. Have you not been to Thailand?
No.
So she said, yeah, come down now. You free now? So I was like, yeah, I'll come down now. So I did. Parked up, and I want to say it was a house. Because it didn't feel like it was a business premises.
Okay.
Felt like it was a house, and I was immediately, but I was like, I need the massage.
And I'm here now, so.
Need the massage under me now. So
Yeah.
okay,
What
okay.
door number was this?
I don't know. I'll give you the details later, mate. You'll want them, trust me. So knocked, went in, and she was like, "Oh, hello." I said, "Oh, what's your name?" She went, "Mary," and I thought, "That's not Mary, is it?" She was. I only said a few words in English. One of them was Mary. Anyway, have you ever been for a massage before? Have you been for a massage ever?
No.
You've never been for a massage?
Yeah.
No, I just do it myself most nights.
I had one on
No, okay, right. Have you been for a massage?
No, I said no. No, I haven't.
Okay, you've made a sexual joke, okay, but you've been for a massage.
I had one when I was in the Dominican Republic.
Okay, so you was probably just on a beach.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens is when you have a massage, because I've been for some massages before. I got bought one for my birthday. It was just a nice treat, and they basically show you the room, and they're like, right, if you can just get your clothes off, just down to your boxers, under the towel, and then just call me and I'll come in when you're done. So I went in this room, same sort of setup, showed me the table. She went, okay, if you can take all your clothes off. And then I sort of stood there thinking, she's going to leave. She didn't leave. So I was like, okay, well, just now, just tell what, are you with you here? She went, yeah, just come on, we've got to get on with it. basically.
She was just fitting you in.
Yeah, she was just fitting me in. I was like, okay, well, fair enough. This is maybe just how they do it. She was just moving towels and things around. And
When in Rome.
Turned around. I was like, took my top off and started getting down. I left my box on. She went, no, everything. I went, oh, but you're here. You got anything? She went, no, you big boy, you okay?
Yeah.
I promise you, she wasn't talking about. She was talking about just me. I think,
Yeah.
just.
You,
I don't know, big boy.
yeah,
you're a big
you
boy.
huge boy. Yeah.
No, she didn't say huge. She said big, bigger myself. I think she said, but and I was like, I just didn't know what to do because there was a woman staring at me, and I had to take my pants off. And I was like,
there's nothing more massive.
no, I have been, but not for a very long time. But also, I don't know this. Her name's just Mary. I don't know. We haven't really formally been introduced.
How emasculating is it to be called big boy? Like, I appreciate.
No, yeah.
Like,
oh no, I just moved the whole set. Right. So anyway, I was then like I was panicking at this point because I was like, what have I got myself into? Like I don't like it was a bit. I had to take my pants off, and I was just a naked man stood there, and then she made me get on the bed, and I said, "Are you sure you mean pants off?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, just naked. It's better for you." I think it's
true.
What is better for me? I don't, because right now I don't know what's happening. Right. Anyway, so I got on this thing, completely naked, laying face down. She put the towel over me, which there was no point in it being there. The towel was about this big, right? And she moved it over anyway. And there was one point, she spanked my bum, mate. She spanked my bum. But I promise you, she gave me a tap on the bum, on my naked bare bum.
You big boy.
No, she didn't say that. She didn't say that again, actually, after I took my pants off. But she did tap my bum on 5 occasions. And she kept saying, you're too tense. Stop tensing. Naughty. I promise. Everything I'm telling you is true. I promise you. Naughty boy. Right?
Naughty big boy.
But like a little tap, like a little. Oh. And I was like, oh. I like it, but I don't know if I should like it. I don't know.
Chopped up.
And then she was, at one point, there was no towel then at this point.
Oh, so she said, "Oh, lay down. I'll put the towel over you," and gave you a little ass tap, and then whipped the towel off.
That was gone.
But at one point, she was on my back, pushing. She would have seen everything, mate. She had a view straight down, and I don't know if I should. I just don't know if I didn't feel like embarrassed. It was just a massage, but I just thought, and she was massaging right inside my thigh.
Right.
There was touching
balls.
There. Yeah, I didn't mind it, but. I didn't expect it. I wasn't prepared for it. I sort of went into my back hurt, and all of a sudden, and then
what sort of age demographic is Mary?
Probably 30. 25 to 30. Yeah, I don't remember what her face even looked like because I didn't.
It was covered.
No, it wasn't covered. She just went. It was just like
down on
I was face down on a thing, and all this was going on like behind me, and then like she made me turn over, and I was thinking, oh, she's going to give me the towel.
Up.
Yeah.
She definitely
was. And carried on massaging.
Her face definitely was covered.
All down in here, and I was thinking, well, what happens if
with little Dan out?
If what?
Yeah, I was laying there naked, and I was like, I don't know if this is normal. If I should.
Did you get an erection?
The worst thing was about this. No, I didn't. But because the door was open.
What? And her husband was watching.
There was a man with a camera. I don't know what that was for, but no, the door was open though. Like the door was ajar, so that when you went in this like house, there was like a little reception desk. And a receptionist.
In the porch?
No, it wasn't in the porch, just in the hallway, but it was quite a wide hallway. But the door was just open, and there was another massage room, presumably, and you could hear chatter going on. And I'm like, I'm just laying here naked, and what if someone walks past and they just, all right, Mary? Oh, all right. Hello.
Hello, big boy.
Like, what? I just thought, and I couldn't, what can you do? I can't say, sorry, Mary, I'm uncomfortable with this.
Well, you could have.
I could have, but I didn't. I asked if she's got longer. Book for an hour. Can I have 90 minutes, Mary?
Yeah. At the moment,
honestly,
Mary.
I just thought, is that normal for a massage? Because she was right in there.
To be fair, Mary, that was an alright ending, but I was hoping for something a bit chirpier.
And then, no, I didn't. I mean, obviously, nothing like that happened. It was just a professional. It was, in the end, it was just.
It must have been a good massage because I didn't know she had back problems when we were driving down there.
No, honestly, my back. It fixed my. It hurt a little bit on like the journey, but
don't go on about it.
Fair play to Mary.
So yeah, I've booked to go back as soon as we go home. Anyway,
yeah.
That was my massage story, my first ever Thai massage in England story.
Okay. No, mine didn't go like that.
Yeah.
But is that weird? Should that have happened or?
Well, I don't know. Like I say, I've got no barometer to gauge it against. So
Barometer?
No. But I've been to Thailand and I've had Thai massages.
Oh, okay.
And they've never done that before. As in Thailand.
Well, you're like,
Where presumably health and safety
Mary, this isn't authentic. It's like, I've had this before.
Well, she was Thai though.
Oh, what were the other people? Where were they from?
What do you mean?
Well,
Well, no,
you
but I mean, I was in Thailand and they were obviously Thai girls, and I've had back massages and foot massages, and then she was still Thai just because she's in England. She's still.
Were you still relaxed and enjoyed the massage, or was you thinking the whole time, "Oh my god, I'm really not uncomfortable. I'm really uncomfortable with this."
I didn't feel. She sort of giggled quite a lot. So when she,
Of course you did.
so when she like spanked my bum, she thought it was funny. So when I thought, well, if she finds it funny, then she must be like, I'm not paying her to go out of her way. I didn't go in there and say, can you spank me for an hour? Like, it wasn't like that. It was a normal like.
That's a lot more
That was
expensive,
extras,
to be fair.
but she
Yeah.
didn't charge me any more money for it.
The bum tapping.
She didn't ask me. She didn't like. It didn't lead to anything. She didn't like whisper. Do you want?
And how much
anything
was the
else?"
massage?
Like, I think it was like it was like 40 or 50 quid. It wasn't. It's still quite a lot of money, but not for
This
an
isn't
hour
a
of
sponsor,
massage.
by the way. I just want to. It's not a sponsor.
No, it wasn't a sponsor. That wasn't a sponsor.
Yeah.
That was sponsored by Thai massages that are slightly
It was
over
like Mary.
over
Yeah.
the borderline.
Mary's
bum tapper.
Yeah, Mary the
Oh,
bum
quite like-
tapper.
but yeah, but she was quite. I don't know. She was quite.
Firm.
Did she say? Or
She was strong. She was small, but she
Yeah.
was quite small.
Did she
Quite.
say? Do you
Was there
want
lots
to-
of oil?
do you need to-
No, she did say to me.
Come
She
again?
was saying how. She said, "How often do you have a massage?"
You
And I said, "The last
every-
time I had a massage."
Not often enough. Yeah.
I was like, the last time I had a massage was when I was in Thailand, which was probably 2 years ago, or over a year, 18 months ago. She said, no, you need to come back every month. And I was thinking, yeah, I will come back every month.
You're not going to argue with Mary, are
I'm
you?
not going to argue with Mary. She was also like, there was noises I've made that I've never made in my life. Not when she was down the crotch area, but just when she was on my back. She was very strong for a small Thai lady.
Yeah.
And I was like, some of the noises that come out of me were like, oh. And she must have thought, but what's he doing?
What is this big?
Maybe she
Anyway,
left the
so-
door open so she could escape if she needed to.
I think she did, but then I don't know why she was down there trying to arouse me.
Oh, you think she was actively
No, I
trying
don't think
to
she
arouse
was.
you?
I think she was doing the opposite. I think she was just very professional at her job. Because she was just getting right in there where the obviously got big muscles, and so she was just.
Was you wearing your pastel green shorts that day
I
as
don't
well?
know why you're mugging my pastel green shorts off. I've had nothing but nice shorts all day, but you're wearing what even is this brand?
Under Armour.
Under Armour. So why is it on top of something? It goes under clothes, and you're just wearing it out there.
What brand are your shorts then?
This is worn to be hidden.
No, what brand are they?
ASOS probably.
Yeah, of course. Fast fashion.
All right, Boss.
Fast fashion.
Hugo Boss.
It's not
They were
Boss.
£400.
Yeah. That's a terrible way to have spent your money.
They're ASOS. They're £12.
You're Mary
Yeah.
10 times for that.
Yeah. So anyway, that was my Thai massage, which is a bit of a strange story. I think there was more to it, but I've sort of forgotten it over the last couple of days because
So from one naked monster to another, we went on a Loch Ness Monster tour yesterday.
a monster.
No, she weren't naked, was
Oh
she?
no, definitely not.
What was she wearing?
What?
Doesn't matter. But yeah, so we went on a Loch Ness Monster tour yesterday on a speedboat on a rib.
You were saying?
Sorry, go on. We were just.
Let's just run the audio of that. So we went on a Loch Ness Monster tour yesterday on a rib boat. It was very exciting. Felt like 00
Heaven.
17 stone.
That's your one.
Did you think of that joke before? Or you just thought of that now?
I was on the old fly.
That was brilliant.
Just got to keep it easy for Breezy, innit? That's the thing.
No, me and Ricky have penned a new saying for this holiday, which is just irritate because it irritates Steve, which is
Roy's on tour.
keep it easy for Breezy. Like Febreze, you know, the spray.
Oh,
Yeah, just
oh
get-
now you.
No, you're on
Clean it
board.
up.
He's on board with it now.
Yeah, exactly. You did not know that. That's why your clothes stink.
It's an
No, I even went out my way yesterday in the shop
To bring the Febreze.
to bring Febreze to show him. Yeah. So sorry, carry on. About that.
Obviously, we'll come back to the Loch Ness Monster thing, but like you're saying, Mary's establishment was in her house. In Scotland, we've seen quite a lot of that. We were saying that yesterday. We went to a cafe yesterday where like the
I
cafe
thought
was built in someone's house. We went to a pizza place where it looked like we were just in their dining room,
Yeah, it did.
and that they were just cooking it in their kitchen, which was strange.
The food was,
The pub looks like a house, and there's a food shack next to it, which looks like it's the shed that goes with the house.
yeah.
Like literally, everyone's
Yeah.
going, "Oh no, What's the purpose of buying a new house? Is it to live in? Oh no, I just thought I put a mini mart in there. Like, everyone's just changing.
The only building. The only
I don't even feel like they've just bought the house for that. I think it's just, I've lived here for 20 years. What can I do now? Oh, I just pop a mini mart in the front room. Pizza's out the back.
But I guess it just makes it like every other house, isn't it? Like, is a bread and breakfast. Like, maybe it's just because we're in obviously a very, very small place, which is a tourist trap.
Yeah.
But like, I imagine those houses have been there a lot longer than the tourism that's now here.
Yeah.
But I just like yesterday, it felt strange. I felt like we was eating in someone's house. And at one point, it felt like she didn't want us to be eating in her house. That was that Scottish charm.
It was like, can we go out in the garden? No.
No,
It definitely felt like we'd gone to a party, we'd overstayed our welcome, and she was like, can you go?
Oh yeah, she did.
Because she also...
Yeah, because she actually came to us and said, guys, just so you know, I've got another booking.
Yeah.
And then we were like, yeah. Okay. She was like, well, I just thought...
I thought because you paid the bill, I thought you'd leave.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're leaving now. He was just finishing his drink that he'd still paid for. So
Yeah.
I hadn't finished mine. I was down that, and that actually gave me indigestion acid, so I won't be going back there again.
Well, we might. It was a good pizza. Yeah, it was a good dinner. But yeah, so sorry. Back, we went on a rib. We went on for an hour and a half. We went on the loch, and it was
Castle. Is it Urquhart? Urquhart.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be loads of stuff in Dan's vlog with it. It is truly amazing, though. It's one of those things that if you do come all the way to Loch Ness, it's worth doing because it was just tremendous, wasn't it?
It was, and it was reasonably priced.
Yeah.
The guides.
Steve.
We had Steve. Incredible. Like, it was good banter.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Yeah. Good knowledge.
Great
Tell them some of the facts. You said you've got these all.
So the Loch Ness Monster, like no one really knows. It's like very, very deep. But they've kind of scanned it between 300 and 400 meters deep.
Oh, the Loch Ness. Sorry, because you said Loch Ness Monster, but you mean?
Oh, sorry. The actual loch. Yeah. And it's kind of shallow initially, then it gets very deep, very quick, almost bath shaped. But yeah, in order to be able to, if you was to chuck something down to the bottom, you would have to stack the Statue of Liberty 4 times just to see the tip of it come through the water. Yeah. That's how deep it is.
That's how deep it is, which is...
Exactly. Nothing lives deeper than 40 metres apart from Nessie because of there's a material down there called...
Peat.
Hey,
we were listening.
We were listening. It's also why the water's dark there. It's very, very dark.
Yeah. Well, he asked us if we had a quiz. He was like, what colour is it? And he was like, well, it's blue. He was like, that's the reflection of the sun.
Exactly.
It's black.
I didn't actually say it's blue because I knew the answer.
Why? How did you know? Because you've been researching it beforehand.
Well, no, but it's the same with any ocean, isn't it? It's always a reflection of the sky. So why when you go to somewhere like Barbados and that, and it's a clear day, the water's very, very bright because of the sky.
All right, thanks, nerd. So, what other facts have you got?
I've got another fact, which is that there's a goat. Okay, there's goats around there as well on the loch, isn't there, that he showed us?
I think when he was the thing that blew my mind was when he was talking about the fact that you can't categorically say there isn't a monster.
Yeah.
You can't categorically say there is a monster. What he was saying, there's a certain type of eel in the loch that they found in the loch, which is like 380 million years old.
Yeah. Predates dinosaurs.
So what he was saying is, if these eels survived the Big Bang and what wiped out dinosaurs, who's to say that there wasn't a water living creature that could have survived it?
Yeah,
aquatic. They're saying aquatic dinosaurs. They could still live down there. We don't know because we know more about space. He was saying we know more about space and the solar system than we do.
Which I don't know how you can quantify that. Like, I don't know how we can say, we know more about space because of. Well, like, we don't. How do we know that we know more about space?
Because he told us because they've done the tests of all the depths of the water with the. So they scientists, I believe they're called, did tests and they said there was something like
4,000.
4,000. Was it
4,000 different types of DNA in there, and something like 3,000.
No, it was 4,000 that were unrecognised.
It was 4,000 that were unrecognised, but there was something like there was
it was almost double that.
But there was 4,000 that were unrecognised. They don't know what they are.
So
they can't say. But they said they can't say if it is or it isn't the Loch Ness Monster, or one of them is or isn't the Loch Ness Monster. But they don't know what like a monster DNA looks like.
Exactly that. So no, they said it isn't they said that he could confirm. So the scientists said that they could confirm that none of the 4,000 were monster DNA, and he said it just seems like it's quite a silly thing to say because of if you don't know, if they're unknown, how do you quantify that it's...
Yeah.
But what I was saying is like, how can they say that we know more about space because space is never expand?
I agree with you on that. I don't think that actually you can, because you don't know. We know. I guess more about that part of space than we do about in the ocean. They can say that, but you don't know what's beyond that space.
Yeah, exactly.
But they are spending more money, more time, more investment investigating space than they are our own ocean. I don't know, I might be wrong, someone might correct me, but I don't believe there's a water version of NASA.
No, I don't think there is, but
NASA sending people to Mars and sending probes to all different planets.
There definitely is.
I'd feel safer knowing what I know, which isn't a lot, but it's limited knowledge. But I know that NASA exists, and I know that Elon Musk is always popping off to the moon or Mars or wherever.
Pretty much.
Like every day, there's spaceships going up and coming back. But you get an underwater submarine, and like one that tried to go really deep in the last couple of years, which obviously was a bit of a morbid thing, but it went really deep and it lost contact and it imploded.
Yeah, Ocean Gate.
Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. And it just imploded. And it's like, they don't know how to get down to the depths of the ocean, but they do know how to go into space. Yeah,
but there are like, so you have like the International Space Station. There are, I wouldn't say communities, but there are like massive submarines that are down there all the time doing that sort of research, because there's a guy who's an astronaut. I have to kind of remember. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Neil Morrison.
But no.
Neil Armstrong.
No.
Neil Armstrong.
But he basically.
Neil Morrissey. He was in.
He was an astronaut. I just remember him doing a video where he was up there and he was showing things in space, and then when he came back to Earth, he went down on the submarine and was doing other things, like basically you'll get like a fizzy Coke, and the moment you open it, it wouldn't. What was the word that you said?
Implode.
It wouldn't implode, but because of the water difference, like you can't have fizzy drinks, so all the air basically comes out, so it's instantly flat and things like that. But I remember he did both, so there's definitely stuff happening down there.
Yeah.
But part of me does think, like, sorry to cut you off, but the loch, it is. He said it's like what was it? It was like 21 miles long, something like that. 23 miles long. It was like nearly a mile wide. Or longer than that, or something like that.
At one point, it's 3 miles wide, I think.
Yeah, so it's obviously quite a big expanse, but you think in comparison to the space, to space, like why haven't we? Like we know.
I just think there's not in space. Like you can see, you can see what you can see. So you know the sun's there, you know there's a moon, you know there's planets.
That's the thing. It's visibility that's the issue.
Visibility.
Down there,
so
isn't it?
especially in the loch,
submarine, didn't they?
you can't in the loch. There was that guy in was it the 70s that went which this was quite an interesting fact as well. He wanted to go and explore, and he got this submarine that he built it that could go to certain depths, and he went in, couldn't see anything because it's black.
Yeah, past 40 meters you can't see anything, and there's no oxygen.
So he then come up, built a light, went back down, still couldn't see anything because it was like I said, it was like a snowstorm.
So dense.
So you just can't see. There's no way of getting down there.
Yeah.
But then they were saying that this was another thing, like that crash in the war. There was a plane that crashed, and it sat there for 40 years, from like the 20s or 30s, was it?
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't, because they picked it up in the 80s. So yeah, it would have been the 40s.
Because there was no oxygen, it didn't rust. And they pulled it out, let it dry, changed the electrics on it.
Not change the electrics.
Just the battery.
Just put a battery in it.
They plugged the battery into it and fired it up, and it all worked.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Which is
unreal.
Crazy for someone to be underwater for that long as well.
And if anyone wants any validation on that, it's in a museum in Surrey, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the submarine is
Inverness.
Not far from
Inverness, which we didn't see that. We should have gone to that today.
Yeah.
But that's a yellow submarine, and I think that's where.
Going to go and see.
Is that where the Beatles song "Yellow Submarine"? We'll live in a yellow submarine comes from?
No.
It's not.
I think he probably painted it yellow because of that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
I think the song's probably first, but
yeah. But it's been for something that sort of we joked about to say, oh, come on then, let's go Nessie hunting.
Yeah.
And not that we've all come up and all of a sudden gone, oh my god, we're gonna turn into that guy Steve who gave up his job 30 years ago and lives in a camper van on the side and has dedicated his whole life to finding Nessie. I don't think that's gonna happen. But what has happened, I think, is we've gone. Do you know what? Actually, especially we haven't touched on the sonar as well. It's
no.
Like 2017.
Because that was massive in the news. There's a famous. Apparently, it went viral. What are you doing there?
I just realised that the timer on the live stream's not moving anymore.
Oh, so it can't be that live then?
Well, he probably paused it.
Oh, you probably paused it.
I don't know. I don't know. It's going again.
All right.
Yeah, just the guy sent a sonar down and a. What was he saying? That certain things come up in certain colours.
Well, yeah. This was the company we did the rib tour with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because I know you're just about to go and say something.
They've got sonar equipment, haven't they?
Yeah. So basically, what sonar does is it basically sends frequencies down, waits for it to bounce back up, and then it basically associates a colour to that kind of to what it hits. So basically, if it hits nothing, if it kind of goes down and disintegrates, it will come up like in reds and greens, and that's how they figure out how deep it is, because you can kind of work out the trench from that. And if it's life, if it's a living organism, because if it has air in it, I don't know how it figures out if it has air.
It's something to do with your oxygen.
Yeah,
like it said the oxygen chamber.
Yeah, so
it off the oxygen chamber.
And basically, so when you kind of go into, you'll see like flocks of fish almost, and they said they were doing a tour one day and they basically saw something that was, I think he said at that point it was 180 metres under the boat, which is far too deep for anything of normal organisms to, like, kind of the fish don't go down that deep. And it was a croissant shaped living creature.
10 metres in length.
10 metres in
Didn't he
length.
say that?
No, he said the boat is 11 or 12 metres, and
Yeah.
this was 10 metres. So just to give you a rough idea, it's slightly smaller than the boat.
But bear in mind that was just the oxygen chamber.
Oh yeah.
So when you're thinking about it was only the oxygen chamber that was 10 metres. So
Yeah.
it can't pick up its head and.
Like, I guess it's lungs then, yeah.
So that would just be its lungs.
Wow. But yeah.
But I think it's different if you're. Sorry to interrupt, but obviously they don't know if the Loch Ness Monster exists. They don't know, because if it's staying underwater for months on end, or it's obviously got an oxygen chamber, and that must be how it.
Yeah. But it could have
stays
gills.
Yeah.
Could have gills, yeah. I mean, I don't really know. To be honest,
I think
I've got his
no one
territory.
knows.
I don't know.
I mean, to be fair,
that.
he did say, he said, look, do I believe that it is the green plesiosaurus that people think it is? He said, I don't know. Do I believe that there's something in there? Yeah, absolutely.
It could be a massive fish. That's the thing.
It could be a massive
It
fish,
could
but
be
it
one of them
doesn't.
giant eels. It could be because isn't there a thing like if you put like
Something bit me when I was in the lot.
like goldfish only stay a certain size because they're in a tank. If you put goldfish somewhere else, they grow really big.
Yeah, not that big, I don't think.
Okay, we'll Google that in a minute. But
Do you think they grow a goldfish that big?
But they grow to a really big size if they're in a different.
Right. Okay. So it's based on their environment.
So basically, it could be that they don't know, but those eels, it could just be that it's an eel, but it could just be that it's a
Turtle.
40-foot eel or something. And you
Yeah.
just don't know.
I mean, the thing is, there's whales. There's whales that they're massive creatures. There are sea animals that are massive creatures.
So whilst you're talking about that, so they sent off this sonar to like I don't know. I want to say like an aquaologist, which I don't think is a word, but people
Go
that
with it, though, that's
yeah,
the
but
point.
I do know what that means though.
yeah, exactly that. But people that work in sea, like, and they basically sent them over to sonar, and they went, oh yeah, that's going to be like a blue whale or a basking whale, or it's a great white shark. And they said, oh well, whereabouts was this taken from? And they were saying, oh, in Loch Ness. And then the people that were talking to would just laugh and put down the phone on them because they didn't believe them. So it's like, that.
Yeah, because you don't get a whale in the Loch
But
Ness.
that's how they're saying that. The guy said, "Oh, these are all certified by professionals," and what that means is that they've had a look at the data and it is real. It's not tampered with in any way.
He sent them,
But they just
bear in mind they have their own sonar on the boat. He said they sent it to like 25 of the top
sonar companies, yeah.
companies in the world because they didn't want it to be a biased
bias.
opinion.
Not just basically not just the company that they got the equipment from. They sent it to them as well, but also all these other experts.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But it was just fascinating. And I would say, did I believe in the Loch Ness Monster before we came away? Like maybe. I don't like. Maybe I'm open to believing it, but I feel like being here and going on that tour and being on the loch, I think I believe it more. Like the fact that he was able to give all those facts. Yeah, like I do think it's similar with ghosts and the technology we have now. I feel like if there was ghosts, you would have seen it by now. And I do think the Loch Ness Monster, there was that one sighted in 1973 or 71, whenever it was, and then nothing since, really.
I think the skeptic, the skeptic in me would be like, oh my god, but Steve had all this amazing information and all these facts and everything to give me. But then I also think that Steve's job is to do tours.
Yeah,
on the Loch Ness.
exactly.
So
This is what I was going to say.
If he wants people coming back and he wants people to continue to do tours, then of course he's not going to go, guys, we ain't going to see anything. It's not real. But tell you what, we might see a goat up there and we'll go around by the castle and then we'll come back. So there is that element of it.
But having said that, I think it's been going. I was watching a documentary this morning when I think you two was getting ready, and it was they'd interviewed the guy that took the original photo, the famous photo, and they were basically saying to him, "You've tampered with this," and he was like, "It was back then they didn't have like iPhones." He took a photo of it and it got developed. He was like, "That's," but they were like, "Well, why would you just go to the Loch? Because apparently he lives in Cornwall. So like, why would you go from Cornwall to Loch Ness? Just take a photo of open water and go back to Cornwall, and then be like, oh look, I've got a picture of it." Which does seem suspicious when.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely a skeptic. Like, I think there's something big living in there because it makes sense that there's something big living in there. It's a massive loch. It's very, very deep. No one really knows it. It's like saying, oh, there's a Loch Ness monster living at the bottom of the Marina Trench. Yeah, I don't know a lot about it, and I trust the experts to a certain degree, right? There's people out there that know more about this stuff than me, and I'll listen to their testimony and then decide based on that. I do think there was a certain level of showmanship from Steve, the same way that when I went to Croatia, the lady that did my Game of Thrones tour said, "Oh, I worked on a set of Game of Thrones, and I was a costume designer, and I was a media clerk's personal." I'm like, I don't believe any of that, but I'm willing. I've paid to be on this tour, and I'm going to enjoy it and embrace it, right? So I think ultimately, if there was a genuine Loch Ness monster in there, I'm not saying that we would have seen it today, but I'm saying that there would be more. How many boats have we seen go up and down there? They do tours 3-4 times a day, and you're telling me. And there was a part of me. He went. We was on the boat, and we went over there, and there was like I think it was a riptide. Right, because we live by the coast, so I'm fairly familiar with tides and what they look like. But I believe it was 2 tides meeting and it creates a riptide. And he went, oh, "What's that over there? What's that over there? We're not moving. There's no other boats around. What's that meeting in the middle there?" And I went, "Well, why don't we just drive over there?" And he went, "Oh, because it will go." I'm like, "Mate, your whole job is finding." Did that not happen? Yeah, it did. I'm like,
it did.
Your whole thing is to find. Look, we're on a fucking Nessie Hunting tour here, and you're it's there, but we can't go there because it could be there, or it could.
Yeah. Well, he has got health and safety in mind. If he does go there and it is a monster, then it could have eaten us all, and then he'd lose his job.
If we'd been eaten, and
100%.
Yeah, we'd be.
He did say those goats have been disappearing.
I don't think
makes sense.
He did say that.
And I don't know how when Nessie's last meal was, but I reckon she'd have trouble getting through all 3 of us in one go.
In one sitting. Unless she had a family of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, you
say about the sightings. We talk about that guy who gave up his job and lives on
Steve.
His name was Steve.
31 years that he's been doing it, and he had a sighting within the first year, and has had nothing since.
No,
he did. It was
you got it wrong.
One within a year.
And then one the next year.
And one the next year, and then nothing after.
And then he was like, "I thought this would be easier."
Imagine going 29 years. Like, wouldn't you think, "Oh, it's been 10 years, I've seen nothing, I'm going to..." Yeah. But he's stuck with it. He's like, "No, I'll do another 10.
It's so funny though, so greedy, isn't it? Like, let's be honest. Steve's... like, everyone says, like, "Oh, Steve's a lovely guy." I think he's a bit of a dick. If I'm honest with you, Steve, not the
wood.
Yeah, so not Steve the tour guide. There's a different. They're all called Steve here, right? There's a guy that basically lived in Cornwall, had a wife, decided, I want to be nomadic. I don't want this life anymore. So he just got in his camper van, came up here, left his wife, and then spent the whole time.
Hang on, he did have a wife.
Yeah, he had a family.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
And then he left them to come and look.
Also, I don't know how nomadic it's been parking your camper van on the same stretch of lot for 30 years and not moving.
Well, that is nomadic. Like, but
what does nomadic mean then?
Around.
Oh, that does.
Yeah,
mean
but
that, yeah.
I guess but what I mean is like he kind of lives off grid. He doesn't he does his own thing. He doesn't live by social construct, right?
Yeah.
But so he left his family. He moved down here so he could look for it. In the first year he had seen it. You'd think, "Oh well, this is what I came to do. Let me go back to my family.
Yeah, I've done it.
I can live. I can die happily now."
Completely, mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, okay, well, I'll see it again. Oh, look, there it is again. Oh, no,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I think. Like, why is there no footage?
The other 29 years. Just go home, Steve.
Yeah.
Why is there no footage? Well, his wife probably won't have it now.
Well, no one will.
Imagine we bowled back through the door now.
Yeah, babe, I saw it.
Have you?
29 years ago.
Yeah.
I've seen it twice
Pop the
in
kettle on.
31
Pop the
years.
kettle on. I'll tell you all about it.
Do you also think, like, I know, I don't think specifically for here, but you know, this is getting a bit more,
Boring.
what's the word I'm looking for? Like,
Boring.
conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
That if there is stuff in this, in the loch or in the seas or in the oceans, that it's within the governments and the powers that be. It's in their best interest to not make us aware of it and to
maybe, but you
keep it
don't
from us
see
and
the
stop
only,
us panicking.
Nah.
and-
like potentially, but you don't see these things. You don't see, like, in space. They could be in space. They could find an alien, and we wouldn't know because we can't see in space.
Yeah.
But there's people watching the loch 24/7. There's no way they've physically shown us. There's no way.
I thought you'd seen it then.
No, we would see government ribs. Do you know what I mean?
So
Like,
you'd see, like, there'd be things there. There'd be, you'd know about it.
I think
just don't
they'd
think-
also be genuinely happy to show everyone. Like, if you think tourism-wise,
Well, yeah, I mean, but I
They're
don't.
doing quite well
the
now,
only
but
thing that I would say, the only thing that does potentially scare me a
probably
little
kill it.
bit,
kill it for science, wouldn't
they
they?
probably would kill it for science.
No, I think they would.
You think they'd
ultimately.
kill it for science?
Yeah.
Depends what it was.
The only thing that I think, I don't know if it scares me or not, or I think they probably would, but I don't think they should if it was real, because it's not killed anyone.
That we know of.
No, but
Well, no, not that we know of, but no one's gone out onto Loch Ness and not come back. That-
we saw a swimmer out there yesterday. So
yeah, and there was that guy that done like 52 hours swimming up and down
Ross Edgley.
Ross Edgley. But it is maybe it is a bit scary that there could be potentially dinosaurs, and they've just got this whole other world underground that we don't know about, because there could be caves.
Yeah.
So actually, there could be land underneath land.
I don't want to compare it, but it's like the Meg, innit? The film The Meg, like
Yeah.
that it can't come up through the thermo atmosphere and it's blocked off or whatever. But when we go down exploring and then it opens it up and it can come up, and it's like, well, because we can't get down so far, does that keep it at a safe distance down there? You just don't know, do you?
But then it did come up because that's where the photo came from.
Yeah. Where are we? What's this place called?
Highland Club.
No,
Augustus.
Is it Augustus?
Fort Augustus.
Fort Augustus.
Fort Augustus.
So one thing that they do have here, which I thought was very cool, is they have the moving roads, don't they? They can turn the road.
That's where you've pivoted over from the Loch Ness Monster to
Pivot is a great way to describe it. So the road pivots like this, and then they have like roadmen, I guess, or not like roadmen like we have in London,
Not
but
roadmen.
but like
Yeah.
we have men that look after the road, and the road basically will go like this, and then it will turn. It would turn to the side. It's a marvel.
To let boats through.
Yeah, it's a
I haven't ever seen I don't know if you call it a lock actually.
It is a lock. Yeah.
A lock as big as what's here, because you've got like 4 or 5 different chambers, because it just goes up and up and up.
Exactly that, yeah, because the height difference. But
There's a height difference.
yeah,
But it's massive, so then you have to shut one off. I don't know how a lock works, but let the water in or out.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is like it's just a place of absolute natural beauty, isn't it?
Oh, do you know what? I was literally just going to say, even if you don't want to, even if you think, I can't walk up there for the monster, come here anyway, because I know we had a 15-hour drive, but
Yeah.
driving through here, when we hit, and it said
Once
you're
you
in
get-
the Scottish Highlands, I don't think I've seen anything in the UK more beautiful.
No.
It was just incredible everywhere you look.
We were all in the car catching flies.
Yeah,
We
it's
were
once
like
you get past, once you hit, I think it was from Glasgow to here was about, what, 3.5 hours?
Yeah, Glasgow. Let's not talk about that.
No, let's slag it off.
We can, you say, or we can't.
No.
Although,
we won't.
Although one of the funniest things of this trip did happen in Glasgow.
Oh yeah. All right. Okay.
It did.
It did.
It
yeah.
was early in the morning. What was it, about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning? We've been.
We've been on the road. We got in the car. So to set the scene, we left Thursday night at 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
About that. Yeah.
Drive through the night. Wanted to drive through the night. We stopped for a coffee. Me and you done most of the drive, all the driving.
Actually.
Swapped over a couple of times.
They
And
done
then we
nothing.
said, right, we got into Glasgow. It's about 7:30 in the morning. We was like, right, we'll park up. We'll go and get some breakfast.
Yeah.
Reboot, recharge. Have a
We was all a
break,
little bit
and then
tired
go
because
back
like
on the road.
one of us had no sleep. You two, I think, slept quite a lot.
Yeah, like 20 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
we haven't. He has not stopped going on about the fact he had less sleep than everyone.
And we were trying to find a cafe, which first of all was impossible. There was no
it's a
cafes
fucking
in
joke,
Glasgow
isn't it?
at all, like,
It's a
literally.
joke.
Which remind me, we'll move on to the weird coincidence that happened after that. But yeah, we was looking for a.
So I was looking for a somewhere just to have a bit of cooked breakfast and a cup of tea somewhere.
Yeah.
We was really hungry. All we wanted was an egg.
Wasting away.
We wanted an egg, a fried egg, a poached egg, a scrambled egg. Just give us an egg and some bacon.
And we were all a bit sleepy and a bit delirious. And you stepped into the road, didn't you?
Well, across the road. I think.
No, don't play it down.
You didn't cross it. You stepped into it.
He waddled, didn't he?
And
Done
you
that
stepped,
fat man waddled.
stepped into. Was it a cycle lane that you stepped into? Or was it just
No.
a
Just
cycle
a road.
If you're going to tell a story, you need to tell it
And
right.
you stepped into the road.
I was across the road,
What
but
did, what did the cyclist say to you? What did she shout out to you?
Was it get out of the way, fatty?
Get out of the way, fatty.
Yeah.
Which was unbelievable.
Which is
And
not even made up. We're not even dramatised this.
But just.
But there was loads of road. She was rude.
Yeah, there's loads of
There
Ricky.
was, but you got it and
You took up most of it.
It's bullshit.
But when you're sleepy, hungry, tired, you want something to eat. Literally standing there in a high-pitched Scottish accent. Get out the road, fatty. it was one of the highlights of this trip.
It is. It got us through the next 3.5 hour drive, didn't it? To be honest.
It was great.
Although we did all then after that go for a McDonald's breakfast.
Yeah, because that was the only. Oh mate, it was a shambles. Wasn't it?
Absolute shambles.
But then, funny enough, we then arrived in Fort Augustus, parked. We hadn't even checked in, I don't think, had we? Because we parked in, went over to the garage to have a little walk about and get some snacks.
Yeah.
And someone come over to us and went, "Oh my God, it's Dan Lawrence! It's amazing." No, he didn't.
It was similar to that.
It was similar to that. He said, he come over and was like, "Oh, I watch you on Facebook.
Yeah.
He did.
I'm your biggest fan."
And then Ricky instantly said to him, "Oh, if you're a local,
Yeah.
do you know where there's
We can get a cooked breakfast, yeah.
Get a cooked breakfast." And he
Yeah.
went, "I own a cat.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
to my cat."
For
So
coincidence,
this is about
it was like-
15 miles away, and we were like, "Listen, like Moses had parted the Red Sea. This is a miracle." We're like, "Yes."
We couldn't believe it. We was looking for a fried breakfast. We was looking for a cooked breakfast. Couldn't get one anywhere. And the one person probably in my life that's recognised me from Facebook was like, he owns a cafe.
Yeah.
That's a lie I get recognised all the time. Obviously,
then-
Ricky knows that. But
then also, he said, "Oh, come up to the cafe," which we did. The next morning,
Yes,
we
it
went
was
up to the
absolutely banging.
Redburn Cafe and Gift Shop, which are, again, I don't think I've eaten a breakfast in a more serene setting.
Yeah.
It's just
beautiful.
Had a lovely
beautiful,
dog as well.
peaceful. The dog had its 6th birthday a couple of weeks ago as well. I saw when I went.
Oh really?
oh, you stalked him. That's a bit weird. Had the breakfast.
No,
then
it
move
just
on.
came up, just whatever. And yeah, we tried haggis.
Dog
We
haggis,
tried
yeah.
haggis with the breakfast.
Haggis and iron brew. We had.
Yes.
You
It was
liked the haggis.
It was
I
a lovely.
love that.
Yeah, I liked
Ricky
haggis.
liked the haggis. I did not like the haggis.
Dan, it had too much seasoning for him.
I'm a fussy eater though. I just like.
Nuggets. Oh, actually, yeah, no. Well, so we went for a Chinese.
Attacking me.
Now it's okay to attack. We can't attack each other. That's all I've had. We went for a Chinese. Dan got chicken nuggets and gravy.
I didn't get chicken nuggets.
Oh,
and gravy.
you got sweet and sour pork balls without the sweet or the sour. So it was just. It was chicken balls.
Get it right,
So just
Gailey.
chicken balls, and then and gravy. Yep. No.
I actually want that again.
Oh, we're having Chinese tonight then.
You can have what you want, mate.
And a margarita pizza.
And we've had a margarita
Yeah,
pizza.
a margarita pizza.
Which Dan had to use his knife and fork to remove the 4 bits of basil that were on it because they were too healthy for
Well,
you.
you can eat the basil, can you? I just thought it was for decoration.
You're a fucking moron.
You eat that? You eat that bit?
No
I thought
wonder-
it was for decoration.
No,
Like
you
an edible
you
flower.
eat
It's like an option. Optional.
Optional.
What does the basil do then?
I
So I
don't
can
know.
eat that.
Taste fucking nice. Because
Does it? Why don't you give me 4 of them then?
it's just a garnish, isn't it?
She obviously thought, I'm not going to waste salad on him. I know where this is going.
It's lucky because if she'd given you any more garnish, she would have been there longer and she would have had to kick you out, wouldn't you? But yeah, and then we went for a dip in the loch, which I think we all thought would look better in our heads.
Yeah, it
But-
was us. Because it's a stony... So I should call it a beach. 'Cause it's not a beach, is it really? But it is a beach, but it's just
I
stones.
wouldn't say it's a beach.
It's just a... What is it then? What would you describe it as?
A loch.
Yeah,
Just a loch, isn't it?
It's just a lock, all right. What would you... Okay.
We entered from a pebbled area. It was very stony. It was very wet. We all kept falling over.
Pebbles are smooth. They're known to be smooth. That's why they're called.
They were jagged, weren't they?
These were jagged
horrible.
Rocks. Like my feet were bleeding. No, I shouldn't probably say it because I don't want other people to be put off by it. My feet weren't bleeding, but they were sore.
Well, we had visions of jumping off a deep platform into the deep water and doing like a cold plunge.
Yeah.
But it doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
Because it's quite shallow until a bit.
Because it's shallow and then it drops.
Yeah.
I've had people message me since, because I posted a photo of us stood there, and people have said, just like, be careful because you think it's shallow. He said, but I did it and I was walking, and then it was. Then you're gone. Then you're down. Then it's.
Ricky
deep.
walked out half a mile and was still only up to his knees.
I know, but it could just be. He said, but it is like that. It's shallow, and then before you know it. So
also, they did tell us to go. The bit that we went to, we did want to do the cold water plunge.
Yeah.
But they did say you've got because the boats are in.
Yeah,
and
you
out
can't
all the
do it
time,
there.
So you've got to stay out. You've got to stay out of the way. So
And we're not
it's
rule
the
breakers.
safest- the safest
No, we
point
stick.
there.
We
within
play
the
it
rules,
safe,
that's fine.
yeah.
Although what I would say, we did start a trend because no one. There was one dog. He was having a great time. We thought we want some of that.
Yeah.
So we went in there, although not as. I mean, he was quite elegant with it. He was just
How
running
many?
in and
Yeah,
we
how
was
many
like,
birthdays has he had? Just that dog. Just didn't know if you knew how many birthdays that dog had.
Oh yeah, because he knows.
He knows. Just didn't know if you'd been on that Facebook page.
Because you're a dog
Little
pervert.
perv,
You know their birthdays.
Little dog nonce.
Oh, I better send this dog a birthday present.
That's it. You can have my
Picture of
treats.
myself. So we went in the lock, but then all of a sudden, loads of people were in the lock, weren't they?
Yeah, there's
Started a
loads.
trend, everyone was having a little swim about.
There was like a guy there with his 2 kids and saw us kind of walking on the pebbles and went, you need a pair of, you need footwear. We're like, yeah, we know. We're struggling. In fact, the only way that I could get out, because I kept falling over, because every time, I was a bit of a pussy to be honest with you, but I've got really soft skin on my feet. So when I stood on rocks, it was really, really painful. So I just kind of dragged myself in, like one of those Monray eels that he said was prehistoric. I just
like a seal. Like a seal, just like.
Yeah, or sea lion, I would say.
Sea lion, yeah.
Sea lion sounds more manly.
Beached wow, just rolling.
Beach whale, yeah.
So we did that. That was cool. You brought your
paddleboard, which won't get used. Yeah.
Used it. We can use it tonight if you really want to. And we're here tomorrow morning.
Well, we've got stuff to do.
What have we got to do?
Stuff.
Okay, alright.
We're doing some videos and stuff in the morning, aren't we?
So we have got to do. Oh yeah, we've got to do. We've got to.
And then we've got to check out.
We've got to check out.
What time's check out? 11
o'clock.
Yeah, so we're not going to be able to get that done.
Check out. That is timely. Putting those keys back through that letterbox, that will take.
Well, it was a fucking rush this morning, wasn't it? It was. These, by the way, 2 functioning adults get out of bed at like 10 o'clock.
No, yeah, we're on holiday, and we did all the driving. I don't know if we mentioned that.
Yeah, but I didn't sleep at all during the journey.
Oh Jesus! You should have mentioned that.
But yeah.
But anyway.
And I had chronic diarrhea.
He did. We had to stop. 84 times so we can go to the toilet.
I think it's obviously because the food's different here.
It's not because of that. Because this started. We was outside of Canterbury.
I drank the tap water.
Canterbury. It was like, is there a services?
I drank the tap water.
You turned up 4 Guinnesses deep. Then wonder why you need.
We're not in Colombia where you've just drunk the local water and it's you've just. We're in Scotland.
Yeah, it could have been
the
a
water's
Guinness.
better here than where we are.
Well, I thought obviously we're going away on a little trip.
Yeah.
So you have a couple of beers.
Oh yeah, that's what you did. You got drunk. He turned up drunk. I remember it now.
We did talk about this in the other podcast, the driving one. So
Yeah,
I don't want to delve into too much, but obviously no, I don't think having four beers is being an alcoholic.
Oh, it is 4 now. Keep changing, isn't it? He's either acting manly or he's telling the truth. Oh, which one is it?
I'm a lad. I'm a geezer. Lemon squeezer, lady pleaser, fridge freezer. Put the Bacardi freezer in the freezer.
So,
golden retriever. How old? He loves a dog, doesn't he?
So what?
Oi oi. Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. Anything else? What else are we doing?
Oh, just what a lovely room this is.
I feel like you're clutching.
He just doesn't sound.
Scratching
he doesn't
straws.
sound genuine though with it.
No.
Like we've been saying about my shorts all day. The first time he told me, he said to me, "And you weren't there," so it didn't sound like he was being horrible to me. He just said, "I really like your shorts," and I was like,
you know what he's doing?
Thanks.
He's playing the long game. With
"He's playing the long one."
That's what
He
done.
did, and then later on in the day when I insulted him, he went, "Nice shorts." I don't know what that even is. Well, they're now among
Basically, I found.
all day.
He has said it 17 times today.
Yeah.
Not
I
that
don't
much.
understand
Not
that.
that much.
Nice shorts.
He always counts weird things. But,
He does count weird things like birthdays, dogs.
It's weird. But no, I find like just an easy joke to make you feel self-conscious is you just compliment something and then you compliment it again and your own insecurities start taking over and then you're like, oh, you went, is there a stain on it? I was like, no, no, there's no stain on it. There's no stains on it, Dan. It's just a nice pair of shorts, mate. And then I'll go, oh, that's a nice shade of green.
Yeah, right, we're over it. It's fine. I like my shorts. I don't care if you like them. I'm not wearing them.
They're manly.
Anyway, as long as Mary likes them. So
Well, she won't like them because you don't need to wear them.
no, I don't need to wear them
She
actually.
doesn't care.
No, she said they look good on my
Floor.
floor.
What's that? You pause.
What started with
I was
tea that you went to say?
Thai massage starts with, but I was trying to think of what
That
the
would
room
look good on
would
my
be called.
Thai massage.
On my Thai massage room floor. Yeah, it was too much of a so I just anyway.
You were saying
Steve farted. Right.
nothing new.
And we,
Sorry.
but he's a grown adult. He's a grown adult. We know this.
Oh
We
yeah.
said to him, "You've shit yourself." Anyway,
Oh.
he walks around holding his ass all the way back to his room.
Yeah.
He went in the toilet, and all we heard was, "I haven't shit myself."
Yeah, but he had to go to the toilet to validate it. Like you could say to me, yeah, you could say to me, "Oh, Ricky, you've shit yourself," and I'd go, "No, I haven't," because I'd feel it if I had. You genuinely didn't know.
Two things.
He had his hand over his bum hole.
Yeah.
For about half an hour.
Cupping his invisible shit.
Two things. We have spoke previously on a previous episode.
I can't
about
stop
the fans
laughing.
I sharted at football.
Yeah.
And secondly, when I did the fart,
Yeah.
I did think
It was wet.
that was brave.
It was
Like,
wet.
It wasn't quite. You know, sometimes when you think, I don't know, this is a gamble. This fart is
Yeah.
a gamble, but my belly's bubbling. I've got this.
Why would you risk it?
It's
then?
not
Just
good.
don't
It's
risk
not
it.
a good feeling when the belly starts bubbling.
Nah. So I did it, and then I didn't question it.
But the worst thing was then, I thought what you was going to do is just go in the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought you was going to go in the toilet, realised, I haven't shit myself. And I thought you was going to pull your pants back up, come out of the toilet and say, I haven't shit myself. And I'll get that on camera, right? And so I stood there recording a man. And all I heard was...
Does he not know about this?
He doesn't know. So I was stood there innocently recording it, thinking... Door's going to open, he's going to say, you're an idiot, I haven't shit myself. Instead I had him sit on the toilet and do the biggest fart I've ever heard. And I was like, fuck, why have I recorded that? Now I've got that's on my phone now. That's in there, that's in my phone.
It's his ringtone.
And I had to go into him and say...
I've got to be honest. That's your own fault for standing outside
No,
the
it isn't my
toilet
own.
and
No.
recording.
I'm not blaming you for it.
Yeah.
The whole thing is our
This isn't
fault.
the work situation again.
We shouldn't have done that. We shouldn't have made him in the first place. It was all our fault.
It's your own fault. No, it's your fault. It's your own fault.
Well, it's mainly Ricky's fault because he actually started it. You actually said it first, and I then just thought this is going to be brilliant. I'm going to say
had you planned to
I know
do this off the cuff?
Oh no,
No.
off the cuff because we hadn't talked about it.
No.
We
I just
we didn't
thought,
know you-
at some point, the minute he's going to fart, I'm going to say it.
we didn't know you was going to fart, and then he did that, and then I thought you could potentially think he's lying because everything he says is a joke. But if you then come to me for clarification, I then went, oh you fucking hell, like you have, and then that's when you shock set in, and you were
Yeah.
like, are you joking?
There's two people. I had two people tell me.
Majority rules.
Yeah, but it's us. You had us telling you.
At that point, you're like, even if I haven't shit myself, I should. Because, yeah, you're like, well, it's out, cat's out of the bag now. They've taken it better than I thought they would.
Imagine.
So I might as well just fucking do it. I might
At
as
that
well.
point, yeah, he had.
You're like, oh, well, I don't seem that surprised. I might as well just do it.
Imagine if at that point he went, oh fuck it, just did it. He hadn't even-
Would you see it come out, fall out of his shorts?
Oh no.
Oh, God. Part of me really hopes you do shit yourself tonight.
Oh, that's funny. So anyway, so last night, the first 2 nights we were here, we stayed in a little apartment, which was a.
I wouldn't say little.
No.
I commented that the fact that it could easily be a 2-bedroom flat that we used to sell.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, every one of these apartments, they're like, well, they're all self-contained. They're all self-contained apartments.
Yeah.
You've got.
And we do think that some of them are sold, right? Like we
think
like
people
lived
live
in.
in.
Yeah.
People live in.
Well, people have had like
Amazon, yeah.
ASOS.
Yeah, it's deliveries. Yeah,
Yeah. ASOS, new shorts.
yeah. I could get some new ones. I need a new car.
To the guy who owns half of Scotland.
Yeah, no, you're right. That was
Owner
tedious.
of ASOS. Yeah. But yeah, the apartments are. You've got microwave, oven. Like it's nice. You can just go and get some food, eat in, and just relax. I wish we were here for longer.
haven't done that, though.
We haven't done that because we're all fat, so we've gone. What takeaway can we get?
Yeah.
Oh, I did think we could cook tonight, but it's a bit of effort now, isn't it?
Yeah, but you were like spag bowl. I don't like spag bowl, so I'm like, I'll just go and get some chicken balls. It's going to cost me £7, and I'm like,
Chicky balls.
oh,
What you
whatever.
say?
I'll get
Don't know what
Chinese.
you
I
say.
don't have to say what I'm
Chicken-
getting from
chicken
I'm going to
balls.
go to the Chinese, but I don't know what I'm getting from the Chinese.
some chicky balls.
All right, it might not be chicken balls. I might get a chow mein.
Oh, well, we know you won't because there's
I'll
veg
get a
in
chicken
it.
chow mein.
There's veg in it.
All right, well,
and
you
flavouring.
don't know that. Anyway, if you come to Scotland, would you recommend this place?
Yes, 100%.
I'm coming back here. I want to come back. I probably wouldn't drive again though. It's long. I quite enjoyed the drive.
I didn't enjoy your drive.
I enjoyed it.
I don't know my driving.
When I got in to do my first thing, you said to me, I'm so glad you're driving now because Dan's driving, and what's the word you used? Erratic.
Yeah, it is.
I can be erratic on just one long straight road.
Oh, mate, you fucking managed it.
Oh, well,
Right, so
Dan...
Dan...
you to moan about something you got for free for the whole time. Dan... So thank you once for organising the accommodation, not once for paying for the car to come up here. Like, I pay for all the petrol, I've fed you, I've watered you. What have you done?
That costs a lot.
Yeah, thank you, level 33, for paying for all the petrol, for paying for the car. Dan's taking the credit for what you guys did. It was your hard-earned money that you spent on us, but
I organised level
that's
33
fine.
in the first place.
Yeah, no, you're right, because you had fuck all else to do, mate. Because this is like, what else do you have to do in your day-to-day?
This is still my job.
You do nothing.
So it's still a job.
Mate, you do nothing
I
but
work
cry.
What? I do other stuff now.
Cheer up.
I make shit jokes. I make shit videos.
That I write.
Oh, we have got a funny video we need to upload tonight.
Oh, who wrote that one?
Yeah.
That was, well, you didn't write it. Someone else's idea. We've just remade it.
Yeah.
But credit
True.
to you
For saying we should
do it because yes. It was a stroke of genius.
Thank you.
So we're
You
giving.
know,
We should end on that note.
You used
Cheers.
the word genius. And
Thanks, Prime.
We can't. We're sponsored by.
Okay, sorry, I thought you said he
Not
was...
for this. We're not.
Oh, fuck. Why are you...
We can have it in the thing.
No, we can't.
You can't mention it.
Thanks, Tetley. What tea bag are
Jesus,
these?
why is this? Take this off then. Oh, don't take that off.
No, please don't. Please don't.
So anyway, we can't wait to come back. Probably me and you'll come back.
Yes,
You'll come back with Vicky anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got a partner.
Yeah. Well, by the time we come back, we might have new partners.
Yeah, we might have new partners. Me and Mary
Mary.
might come.
Yes.
You can't both have Mary.
Mary might have a sister.
You have to have a friend,
I don't mind
Frank.
sharing her.
Frank.
I'm not going to be solely committed to anyone again for the rest of my life now. That's it. So I'll share her with you.
Mate, you're not even committed to
She can-
yourself.
She's going to do the
Sherry Mary.
yeah, Sherry Mary. Yeah, she can.
Chicken boss.
Oh, I'm not going to go into detail on that.
No, it's-
Massage us both at the same time.
oh, okay.
What are
On
this?
that note,
No, you've ruined it. Every single video we've tried to make, you ruined it. Right.
every single one.
Anyway,
Thanks.
thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Me.
You.
Thank
Yeah, you.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank
Finally.
you, Dan.
Fucking hear that.
Thank you, Dan.
You're thinking about burgers again, aren't you? You're dribbling a bit.
I said thank you loads of time. I don't like the fact you're portraying me as ungrateful.
I am, just because that's the only thing that clearly irritates you.
Yeah. Dan calling you Rick.
Yeah, Rick. Because you look like Rick Waller.
Oh, what a blast. We hope,
No, okay, we're not doing anything to do. The blast bit is not going to make it.
I hope you enjoyed the episode.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. It's on Saturday.
I hope you enjoyed this week's episode.
You do, or we do? Do we all hope that they did, or did just you hope?
We hope that you enjoyed this week's episode.
If you did enjoy it, please give it a like, a share, a follow, anything. Tell your nan.
Or your dad.
So, probably not you though, Ricky. Just because he's dead.
Oh, what a blast! We hope.
No, okay, we're not doing it. You can do the blast bit is not going to make it.
I hope you enjoyed the episode.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. It's not
Sorry. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode.
you do or we do? Do we all hope that they did, or did just you hope?
We hope that you enjoyed this week's episode.
If you did enjoy it, please give it a like, a share, a follow, anything. Tell your nan.
Or your dad.
So, probably not you though, Ricky. Just because he's dead. But thanks for watching.